Hello, it's Jeanne Omlor, and welcome to my Saturday live at 5. I'm going to just share this to my group as usual. There it goes. Hope that worked. Let's post it. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm going to wait a couple minutes, as I always do, to see who turns up. Oh, my light's falling. Okay, it's always something. All right, Gregory, how are you today? So today, this is, by the way, I'm Jeanne Omlor. I'm the online business profit strategist and coach. And today I am going to, hey Pedro, I am going to talk about visibility. How to use your visibility to build your brand and to be a rock star in your niche. Okay, Heather, how are you? So today, thanks, hashtag live, you know the drill, hashtag live. A lot of hearts would be great instead of likes, the ones that float upwards. And yeah, and if you want to talk to me, just do hashtag talk and we'll sort a time out. Lita, how are you? Okay, so as I said, today we are going to talk about how to become visible and how to use your visibility to become a rock star in your niche. Now, there's several things that are that you need to know about visibility, and one of them is, what's holding you back. So, David, how are you? So I will wait a couple minutes. Priyanka, how are you? Oh, by the way, when you come on, you are allowed, with my blessing, to plug yourself, say what you do and who you help and everything but links, because we don't want people going off the live. Okay, so feel free to introduce yourselves and say exactly what you do. Okay, all right, so who wants to introduce themselves while we're waiting for a couple people to turn up? And then we'll talk all about visibility. Okay, so actually I'll just start now because you guys are on time. All right, so the first thing is to figure out what's holding you back, because we all know that people, well, they're not doing the lives that they could be doing, and I certainly wasn't. And the first thing to address is what's holding you back. Now, Priyanka says, I'm a physician who coaches professional moms to find happiness and fulfillment no matter what. Okay, so professional mom, she's your girl. Hey, Helga, how are you? All right, so the first thing is, what is holding you back from being as visible as you could? Well, why don't I talk about what was holding me back, and maybe you'll have similar thoughts. Okay, for me, I took, Gregory just plugged himself as well. I took a while, actually, to start lives. I was already doing quite well online, and I thought, why am I not just doing these lives? And it was always, I don't look good today, or I'm tired, or I'm nervous, or I'm fearful, okay? But really it was that. So I thought, you know what? You can't be analyzing, hey, Jamie, you can't be continually analyzing your fears. That's never going to work. So what I figured out is the only thing that works is just jumping, and the net will appear. Because if you sit there analyzing it and analyzing and analyzing why you don't do something, you are never going to do it. Okay, now this applies for lives, for visibility, and it's not just lives. It's, you could do videos, even writing posts is visibility. And yes, hearts would be great. Thank you. Hi, Jamie. So I think, Tammy, how are you? I think that when you realize that Todd, hey, when you realize that overanalyzing anything is never going to work. Hey, good afternoon to you. It's never going to work, because it goes around and around. And in French, we say la salade dans la tête. They call it the salad in the head, because you're just tossing it. Just keep tossing the salad in the head. Hashtag live would be great. A bunch of hearts would be great. Okay, so the first thing is, what's holding you back? Well, really, who cares? Yep, who cares? Because it doesn't matter, hey Stephanie, it doesn't matter what's holding you back. Because if you just jump, the net will appear. The over-analyzing is what's keeping you from doing it. So I'm not even caring about what's holding you back. It doesn't matter, because once you jump, it doesn't matter. You've done it. Then all that analysis was useless. Okay, so you take action and drag your fears. Hey, David, behind you. Crystal Davis, how are you? Drag your fears behind you. So whatever it is that's holding you back, don't worry, just do it. Okay, so this is the thing. You are never going to be ready You are never going to be ready to put yourself out there. I was an actress, and everybody says, oh, Jeanne, you're an actress. Most actors don't want to be themselves and being visible. We don't. We want to hide behind characters. So it's not like it's easier for us. Once we get going, it probably is. So the first thing is just to pick a time and say, I'm going to do a live no matter what. And that's what I did. I said, tomorrow is the day I do my live, no matter what. So I didn't care what I looked like. You know, I didn't care what I was wearing. Well, I tried to look good. But what I mean is, if I didn't say tomorrow I will do this live, I never would have started doing these lives regularly. And then what happens is you do one, it turns out okay, you do another, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, what I did also was I practiced. You know, on Facebook Live, hey Ibrahim, in Facebook Live, you're allowed to just put visible to me only, myself only. So you can practice a lot. Yvonne, how are you? By yourself. Devlin, how are you? You can practice a lot by yourself without actually going live. Pedro, the woman always, oh, thanks, Pedro. So you can go live to yourself. Yes, visibility and authenticity. You can go live and practice if you're a little camera shy. I totally get that. Yassine, how are you? I get that. But you can practice as much as you want. And it's rehearsing. So that's the first thing, is practice, practice, practice if you're a little nervous about doing the lives, okay? There's also the visibility of being seen in groups, even writing posts. Zita, how are you? So the visibility is not just lives, but the live obviously is the hardest one. If you want to be less nervous, do some videos, because you can do the videos and post them and edit. Okay, so the live is the most nerve-wracking, I'd say. But again, you can practice. You can always practice. Okay, so again, what's holding you back? Who cares? Yes, Jeanne Omlor said, who cares? Who cares? Just do it. Okay, you just have to decide and say, oh, thanks, Anna. You just have to decide and just do it. So that's the first thing. This over-analyzing of everything will get you nowhere, but in the salade dans la tête, as we say in French, the salad in the head going over. I love the French. They always have such interesting sayings for stuff. Who would say, like a salad in the head being tossed? Only French people. Okay, so that's the first thing. What's holding you back? Who cares? Because you thought I was going to say, go journal on what's holding you back. Nope. That train could go on forever. Okay, so let's just shortcut, you guys, and do it. Just do it. I think somebody said that once. All right, now, if you have any questions, you're free to ask. Diana says it's not about you, it's about, yes, it's about who you serve. Now, people always say, what will people think? Guess what? They aren't. They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves, okay? What's in it for me? People only think about themselves, generally. So don't worry what people are thinking. They're just going to think, gee, XYZ was on a live and it was okay. You know, nobody's sitting there judging you, waiting for you to fail, and picking, unless it's so bad. Now, if it's so bad, practice, folks. Okay, now I actually know somebody, and his lives aren't great. They're not great. But you know what? He gives good value, and the value's good, and he gets clients from them. Okay, so that's the thing. It's not about being perfect in the way you turn up. So, we're moving on to the next thing. All right, now, you have to get past that fear. Not by analyzing, just jump on the plane. Hey, Andrew. Jump on the plane and drag those fears behind you. They'll be hanging on the wings for a while, and then you'll keep flying, and the jet will just, everything will peel off, and all those fears will just dissipate. And you're doing a live every week or twice a week. Hey, okay, hashtag live would be great. Hearts would be great. If you want to talk to me, talk. Hashtag talk. Hashtag talk to this woman now. Okay, so, all right, now, but I will say, when you're going to do anything that's fearful, there's always a point of energy where you're sort of there. And if you don't push past that, you're not going to do anything. So when you're there and you start to feel the fear, push past and through it. And do it. Through it and do it. So, because that fear of, oh, I'm not going to do it, it's too hard because I'm scared of what people think and the ego and all that stuff, nobody cares. Okay, I know, this sounds mean, doesn't it? Nobody cares. They care about themselves. So Diana says, I think I know who his presence is monotone, but the value he gives is great, so people are missing out. Well, I don't know, because it's somebody in my market. You might know. George, how are you? Okay, so hashtag live would be great to bring some more people in, and hearts. All right, so that's that. There's always a point where you're gonna retreat. We all know it, folks. Look at yourselves. When you're gonna do something and then you don't, there's always that point where I'm gonna do something and then I don't. And you know what I'm talking about. Well, guess what? There's gold pushing through that energy. That point, you push through it, and there's gold right on the other side, because now you've done something that you were prior to that, that's not a word, afraid of. And then when you push past the fears, you are never the same person again. Trust me, because then you're thinking, hey, Mary Beth, I did that. Why would you be afraid of it again? You've already taken on that fear, and then you push the fear further. Now, I'm a fear junkie. Now, I know when I face a fear and I get through it, I know that I'm going to be so developed on the other side of it. It's so worth it for me as far as development that it's golden. I'm like, yay, another huge fear that I'm going to just push through, and then I'm no longer afraid. And then I'm like, next fear. So you become a fear junkie. I don't mean in a dangerous way. I mean an emotional way of doing things. I don't mean doing stupid, dangerous things like jumping off buildings, actually without a net. Not what I mean. Do not do this at home. I mean, the more you push past a fear, you don't have that fear again. And you're like, wow, so good I did that, right? Who has had this experience? Hands up if you've had the experience. Tell me about it. Okay, if you have any questions, by the way, just ask. I'm here. If you want to talk to me, hashtag talk to the woman. All right. Then I was going to talk about, being visible in the right way. Well, somebody just said it. Authenticity. Nobody likes a fake. We have our different personalities. I know I'm a little quirky, but I'm actually like this. I'm not like this every second of the day, but it's a part of who I am, how I'm showing up on these lives, okay? My daughters are embarrassed by me sometimes, and they go, Mom. So I don't care. It's me. So the thing is, are you being authentic? Are you trying to be somebody who you're not? Or are you looking at some, influencer, hey, Holly, and saying, I'm going to act like that influencer? I know we're influenced by people because they're influencers, okay? There's a reason for that. But, they're already taken. Be yourself. Yourself's not taken. All those other people are taken, all right? So be yourself, but be your best self. So yes, do practice. Do make it come together. Hello, lovely Helen Knight. Definitely don't turn up like a schlub. I'm not saying, here I am, and be presentable. Practice. I always have notes. Why? Because I forget stuff. Theta, how are you? I forget stuff. Nobody cares that I'm reading my notes because they just want to make sure I don't miss any of the gold, right? So this thing of having to have no notes, or nobody cares. Hey, Diana has something to say. Diana says, it is similar to when we were children in elementary school waiting for a vaccination shot. Our imagination builds the fear, but once it is faced and done, one wonders why I was fearful of that. It was a breeze. Well, you're talking to somebody who has an actual needle phobia. But I will say, when I was expecting my second child, I to make sure that she survived, I had to actually shoot myself in the leg every day and inject myself. And I had to get past that fear, and it was very hard. It was very, very hard. The first time they tried to make me do it, I can't do this. So somebody who had a needle phobia had to get over that to do that for 9 months, shooting myself in the leg, injecting myself. So, but it was fearful. But I got over it. You see, now I'm not afraid of injections anymore. So, myself is not taken, yes. All right. Jean-Pierre, hello. And there we go. Helga says, oh my goodness, I always had a needle phobia. But yes, I got over it by having to jab myself in the leg for 9 months solid every day. That really got over it. Okay, so next, you see, Jeanne Omlor can get over a needle phobia. I had to, because this is the deal. Making sure that that pregnancy was successful, and it was far more strong within me to be scared of a dumb needle. You see? So, that's the thing. What is more important? To have your fears that nobody cares about, or to be visible, to build an authentic brand, and to use that to bring the people that you should be working with in front of you. You know, I think a lot of you enjoy these Saturday Live at 5s that I do, which I sort of, hey Joey, I thought of. The people have told me they really, really enjoy them. What if I said, oh, I'm too scared to do a live? A lot of people actually really get value from this. So I'm feeling very motivated that I did get over it. And I just started doing this regularly because people enjoy it, and I'm serving and I'm helping. So it's all wonderful. And also, you know what? Some people want to work with me because of these lives. That's big too. Okay. And also you get to know the person on a live instead of just seeing a photo. All right. Now, okay, I will say this again. Karina, how are you? You're never going to be ready to do everything every day. You're never going to be ready. If you sat there and said, hey, Hendra, and said, oh, you know, I'm going to wait till the divine magic dust falls on my head, sprinkles the magic dust when I feel like writing or when I feel like being on a live. Now, we talk a lot about this as artists, that you can't wait for the muse to visit you every day to work, because the muse really only visits artists, you know, once a month maybe. Or if you're in a rut, you just need to sit down and do the work, and then it comes. You know, doing work is not romantic. Oh, I feel like doing work. No, it's a slog. And you know, it's interesting. There's a lot of writers. They write no matter how they feel. They get up in the morning and they feel, nobody feels great every day. Sometimes I don't feel up to do these lives, but I start doing them and I feel great because I'm energized by you guys, and I love them, you know, because we're all tired sometimes. All right, next. All right, so how to be visible in the right way. Turn up on time. Turn up with value. Have things planned. Look good, you know, that you feel confident. Evie, how are you? Oh my gosh, my friend from Germany. No, Austria. That's right. Okay, so turn up well, your best self. Well, as best as you can be that day, actually. Because again, I don't want you to wait until it's like the one day in the month that you think you look good. Women, we do that, okay? Stop it. You look good anyway. All right. Now, the next one is, okay, how to use it to build your brand. Okay, this is really important. How to use it to build your brand. Well, you use your visibility to write posts that your avatar will get great value from. So, you know, I don't go on these lives. Hey, Steve, I like your brother, John. Steve Hamm. You know the actor John Hamm? I love John Hamm. Anyway, so you use it in a way to build your brand. Now, I'll tell you what not to do. I've seen a lot of people do this. They are like, I'm a business coach, all right? And I help people to make money online, you know, with organic marketing and also other things. But I would not do a live on, you know, ketogenic diet. I wouldn't, because then people would be confused. They'd say, you know what? Why is Jeanne Omlor doing a live on a ketogenic diet? And I've seen a lot of people do this. And I'm confused. So I said to some of my colleagues, is that what you do? Oh no, I just thought it was so interesting. You've got to stick, and I call it sticking, 5 feet or 3 feet on a leash to what you do. So you keep your leash short. Hey, Star, you keep your leash short in reference to how far away you get from your core values as a business. So, for instance, my core values that I'm helping with are making more money for people, scaling, okay? Leadership and integrity, productivity. So I'm going to keep the leash within that. And also I write a lot about content. Okay, so I'm going to keep the leash 3 feet from that. I'm not going to go so far and talk about ketogenic diets. I'm not going to go so far and talk about, I don't know, legal structures. Well, I have coached people on that, but I'm not like the cash flow. I'm not an accountant. So I'm not going to talk about accounting. And I'm not going to talk about, actually it's the live, Sarah Chand. So hashtag live would be great. I'm not going to talk about something that's not what even I might know about it, but I'm not going to start doing that because then people will be confused about what I'm coaching on. So don't confuse people by being everything to everybody. Now, personally, I am very interested in diet, but I'm not going to stand here or sit here and do a live about diet because it's not my niche. Hey, Jody, how are you? Hearts would be great. Is anybody getting any value out of this? Tell me what you're liking about it, and also tell me what it is you need help with visibility. Now, I did have one question, And somebody said, I hate what I look like on a live. Okay, one of my clients said that. Well, actually, the person that said this is gorgeous. And I just thought, what? To me, she's absolutely gorgeous. To me, I'm thinking, you look amazing. So it's all in your heads. Hey, Mickey Louise. Louise is my second name too. Is Jeanne Louise. So what you're thinking, yeah, the 3-foot rule. You don't go 3 foot. And I'm not talking about the networking, the network marketing that anybody 3 feet away from you is a target. That's not what I mean. I mean, the leash is 3 foot from what you're doing. Okay, it can be mixed up a little. Okay, but as I said, I'm not going to do a live about health or how to eat or fitness, because it's not, even though I'm interested in that, it's not what I do. Okay, and I'm not going to be political, because I'm not a politician. So I'm not going to sit here, and nobody wants to hear Jeanne Omlor going about politics. Trust me on that one. They don't. You don't. You want me to be here doing why you're here, which is helping you with your online businesses and organic and other stuff. Mary Beth says, I was scared to be on camera. And last week I woke up and thought, if I don't turn the camera on now, I won't do it. Yes, I was just talking about that, Mary Beth. I filmed 4 hours of me organizing oh my gosh, 4 hours. See, what happened was Mary Beth got into it, and it wasn't that hard. Actually, what's really hard is starting. Jamie Robbins, how are you? Andrew Giacomini says, very good points, especially staying on a short leash, which I continually violate. Yes, I know you do. Because you know what? People that know a lot and are interested in a lot and are fascinated and have a lot of curiosity, because I am interested in so much, but I'm not going to start talking about, going to the Louvre in Paris and the types of paintings on which floor you should look at, because I used to tell people, when you go to Paris, do this, and I would go to that floor and how to get in. No. Or, what to see in New York. Diana says, is the person's energy light that attracts people, not how gorgeous a person appears? Absolutely. The audience is not that superficial, so trust your audience and yourself. Exactly. It's also what you're giving, because you could look gorgeous and, the live is about nothing. Nobody cares. All right, Hendra says, I only have sloppy mom clothes and only 3 good tops. I live remotely, so I can't buy clothes, yet due to COVID, shall I wait to get better clothes to do the lives, even if my clothes don't break? Oh my gosh. Hendra, I do them in t-shirts. Have you not seen me in t-shirts? Today, I decided I was going to put something on slightly nice, because I haven't worn anything nice in a long time. And I thought, why don't I wear something nice for my audience? And my daughter went, Mama, I like that top. So I've seen some of your clothes, Hendra, in your photos, your branding photos. They're lovely. So Hendra, nobody cares. Wear a t-shirt. Just make sure it's clean. That's all. Okay, Hendra, I see that's, stop it. Stop it, Hendra. Just do the live. Hendra, you have such great value. I want to see your live. Anna Blake, how are you? So, yeah, Pedro's go live. Hendra, stop it. Hendra, we need to talk. Okay, live, everybody. Hashtags. Siri Chand, there she is. How are you? So, Ibrahim, all points are great. I like being consistent in your topic and going live regularly. Yes, you will see I'm fairly consistent, but it's all about the organic marketing and what you need. All right. Mary Beth says, Hendra, do the lives. Yes, but I like the way you guys cross-talk. I love that. It's like a party. Okay. Yes. Okay. Hendra, look at all the love. Hearts for Hendra. You should call it Hearts for Hendra. Your life could be called Hearts for Hendra. Hendra, I love it. Okay. Now, does anybody have any questions about this? If anybody wants to talk to me about how to scale your business to 20K plus months online, organically, hashtag talk to the woman. All right. So, moving right along now. Now, how it can boost your brand. Yes, I was talking about that. Well, quite frankly, doing this live, Stephanie Zacharias says, I feel like I've done all the training, but feel like I'm still lacking in terms of revenue. Okay, well, we're going to talk. I know that, Stephanie. Well, you feel like you're lacking in terms, or you are lacking. I think you are lacking, but you're just being sort of polite here. Yeah, you did the training, but when people do trainings and they don't activate, it's just a lot of training. And I know people that just keep doing trainings. And I don't mean coaching. I mean, they buy a lot of trainings and they never do them. And they think that they buy a training and it's just going to be, the magic fairy dust will sprinkle on their head and will make them take action because they absorbed a training. So action is needed, and a great coach. No, I know one, Stephanie. Haha. So, Hendra, yes, I love the way you keep talking. Okay, great. All right, David. Hi, David. And great, yeah, Priyanka, you are great live. Come on, baby. So, all right. So we just told Hendra, and I don't understand why Hendra does not go live. She has a really cute South African accent, which I think is adorbs. Okay, so how do you do it right? Well, you make sure that you plan what you're going to talk about. I don't mean everything, but a theme. I plan my themes. I do. I ask, I plan, I get feedback, and I see, okay, this would be great. Sometimes I ask people, which one would you like? Because I want to serve, and I know people have problems being visible because I did, and people are scared. So I already knew that because I know my avatar. Sarah, how are you? From Paris. So Sarah's joining us from Paris. Yes. Yes, you want to chat revenue. Thank you. Anna, full disclosure, is a client of mine, and she's crushing it. All right, massive messy action, by the way. Massive messy, not neat. Don't be waiting. Do not wait, folks. You're never going to be ready to do anything. You're never going to be ready. So just do what Mary Beth did. She turned the camera on, and she got ready and got in front of it. Oh, that's right. Hendra, you were having migraines already. All right, so how do you do it well? You do it well by planning well what you're doing. I don't mean, again, to get stuck, but just say, okay, what does my avatar need? They're going to need me to talk about, well, Hendra talks about branding. What to look for when you're designing a logo. Designing a logo that's going to bring your avatar in. I just gave you 2 things to talk about. So, Helga says, I worry about doing lives on my profile as I have not moved into a group yet. Well, this is on my profile, and this is on my profile. Actually, to be honest, that feature where it goes to the group most of the time doesn't work because I look later and I'm like, this did not stream to my group, so I'm probably going to start doing this on BeLive or something. I got to work that out. So, I'm on my profile. Actually, being on your profile brings more people in because anyone. So you put it on public. So that's the secret. Do the live, make it public, and strangers come on. Last week I had a stranger come on and now she's a client. Last week a stranger saw it and now she's a client. So that's how you build your brand publicly, public lives, and then you can put them in the groups, but actually the traction is on your profile because anyone can see it, especially if people like you do hashtag live. Facebook sees that and you get strangers. So hashtag live, let's have a hashtag live party right now. Everybody, hashtag live. Thank you. All right, so good content. Be yourself. Look presentable, but do not worry about what you're wearing, okay? And talk from the heart and just be authentic. I know it's hard to be authentic, but what I mean is just talk. Just talk as yourself. Thank you. All right, now by the way, showing up is 80% of success. So that means it's not showing up perfectly. No, nobody said that. Showing up at all. Because the more you do something, the more you get good at it. Lita, how are you? The more you do something, the more you get good. The more people you're confident, the people see you're confident. The more you attract people. When I started these lives, I had a few people on them, honestly. A few people heard about them. They liked them. They're getting bigger. More people are watching. It's fantastic. I get clients from these lives. I didn't expect that. I just did them to give value. So just do them to give value. Thank you, Lita. Okay, now does anybody have any questions about anything at all? Not just about lives, but about being visible, okay? Because in a second, I'm going to go into how to be visible in groups, okay? But I'll start now on that. Okay. Being visible in groups. It's the same thing. When I first went into groups, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do a post and everybody's going to read it. Well, yeah, Jeanne, everybody's going to read it. That's the point. Even I was scared. I was. So I just thought, that's it. You know me, fear buster. So I started doing it. The more you do something, the more that people go, oh, I liked your post. It gives you confidence. Now, I'm going to talk about something really funny. Last week, I posted a post in a group and I got a lot of hate. And it wasn't even anything to do with call to action. It was a real, true value post. And one person was nasty, and then another person was, and you know how hate happens in the world, right? Especially with what's going on. And it basically, these people were feeding off their hate of me. okay? And it went really far. In fact, it got so bad. Other people were saying, this is not right. So it can go both ways. I'm not scaring you, but even that, I didn't care. I just thought, I feel sorry for you people that you are going to take the time to be hateful for a woman that was giving a value post about value. Actually, the post was about value and results. So that's funny. I'm not trying to scare you off, but I will tell you, you get so bulletproof that you don't care after a while. I don't care. I'm glad they hate me in a way because it means they're bothered. That means that I'm something, okay? And that's the good way of looking. I'm not glad they're hateful, but I mean, it shouldn't bother you at that point. So, yes, it does, actually. And then people were actually defending me, which I didn't need them to, but I thought it was sweet. Okay, so, right, okay, so groups. Just get over it. Just post the post. Nobody cares. They do care, though. When you provide value, you start to get a lot of fans. When I started providing value, hey, Anna, in a lot of Facebook groups, that's what helped my brand was the Facebook group. People would write to me. They still do. I posted a post in ClickFunnels last night. I've gotten hundreds and hundreds of people commenting, and many people have just written to me. They don't want to be clients. They just reached out to me privately to say how much they enjoyed my post. Okay, so that touched me that these were not even avatar. These are just people that felt compelled to take the time to say they love my post. So that felt good. So just the volume. The more you do, hey, Rishab, the more you do, the more you get good at it, the more value you get, the more clients you get from it, the more you become an influencer, and then other stuff happens. People ask you to do interviews. That happens a lot to me. And then that creates more visibility. And then say you want to write a book someday. Well, sorry folks, you do the visibility first and then you write the book. They're doing it the wrong way around. You see, the more visibility you get when you write a book, that's going to work better. It's not, oh, I've written a book and now I'm going to run around trying to be visible. That's not the way it goes. Okay. Does anybody want to say hashtag live or give me lots of hearts? All right. Does anybody have a question about this or anything? And by the way, if you want to talk to me about how to scale to 20K plus months online, hashtag talk, and I'll get on a call with you and we'll talk about it and we'll work out how exactly I can help make that happen for you. All right. Who has a question? Pedro says, I gain 100 friends from one viral group post, coming from 1 month getting 500 tiresome. See? Because Pedro is getting really good at being visible. Very good. And now he can write a post and get 100 friends. Man, I don't even do that. Pedro, that's amazing. So Pedro has slowly learned, and I know when he started, he was a little shy, but in full disclosure, Pedro is a client of mine, and he is crushing it. He put a group post yesterday, and I think he got, 500 likes and comments? Insane. Ed Steinberg from New York, how are you? Okay, who has any questions about how to be visible and in what way to be visible and what you need to do? I will answer any questions about that or organic marketing or anything except my shoe size. You know that, guys. You already know anything but my shoe size. All right, who has a question? Who's enjoyed this? Who has a struggle with this? How can I help somebody to get past 500 comments? Wow, Pedro, amazing. I've never even had 500 comments on any post I've ever done, ever. I think the most I had was 450. Okay, so who has a question? Who has enjoyed this? Who needs help? Write that book. Everybody's writing a book. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I'd write it about. And by the way, when you're doing something and you're on a roll, the rule is you keep doing what you're doing. You keep the traction. And that is what I'm really good at, folks. I'm really good at coaching people to stick to what's making traction. I don't do the shiny object thing because I'm smart. You do what is working and then you slowly integrate. But I would never stop what I'm doing to spend a month writing a book or however long it takes. Pedro, when are you going to write that book? Pedro, it'll be in due time, buddy. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Who liked this? Who appreciated this? By the way, I do Saturday Lives at 5 every Saturday. Oh, by the way, folks, next Saturday, there's no live because it is the 4th of July and Jeanne Omlor is going to take a break. So there will be no live next Saturday for the 4th of July. Okay, So Pedro says, what did you say in your best and worst post on a book? I don't know what you're talking about. What did you say in your best and worst post? Oh, you want me to write about that? I would never write a book about that. I would want my book to be about something a little bigger. Okay, thank you, Jamie. Jamie, do you have any questions? Likey, I'm glad you likey, Lita. Okay, heart to be great, hashtag live. And if you want to talk to me, hashtag talk. And we'll get on the phone and I'll figure out exactly what you need to do to get to 20K plus months. Online, without funnels, without ads, and without a lot of fuss. All right, who has a question? Okay, I will stay here for as long as you like till I answer questions because we're going to take the week off. Next week you're going to miss me. I'll miss you guys. No on a group best and, oh, I don't know. Pedro, I guess I could do that. Best and worst. You're so welcome, Todd. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Todd, I expect you to start doing lives. Now, remember, folks, nobody cares if your live is a bit clumsy at first. You get better at it. And every time you do one, you get more and more and more comfy. If you're not comfortable with the lives, just do videos and then you can just choose the one you like. That's a good thing to do as well. So, no, that means no Saturday live at 5. Mary Beth, she's a client as well, full disclosure. Mary Beth is a very talented Hollywood stylist. And now she works with private women. The stars are the ones that used to avail themselves of her talents. And now she works for everyday people like you. Logan Bailey, how are you? So, no, just the Saturday live at 5 is not happening because that is the 4th of July. So next week, folks, I am taking a break. So it's 2 weeks from today. We're doing the Saturday live at 5. Okay, so Pedro, what was your best and worst post in the group? Oh, well, I think the worst post was it had 2 likes. And it was the other day. Okay, this is the deal. Just because you get good at doing this, you have to be humble. Some things miss. You're not going to bat 100%. So I do post sometimes, and I literally get 2 likes, no comments. I did a post the other day, and it had not 1 comment. So I'm just trying to say that it's not like you get good at something and then it's batting 100% because Michael Jordan missed more shots or hoops than he got. So this idea that once you do something, it's just 100%, that's not reality. It's not life. It's not mature. So you're going to do a good post and then you'll have one that bombs. It's like filmmakers. They do a great movie that wins Academy Awards and then they do another one that bombs. So you got to get a little humble about that and not think that life is always just all in one straight up. No, life is up and down and up and down. White folks, hey, Paul Phoenix, how are you? You're so welcome, Stephanie. Okay, so does anybody have a question about anything? If you want to talk to me to get clear on how you can get to 20K plus months online, without a funnel, without ads, with all that stuff, hashtag talk and we'll get on a call. All right. I'm going to wrap this up in a couple of minutes. If nobody has a question, anybody need any help on anything, I'll stay here. I'll wait a couple because I know that there's always a lag. Did you like this? If so, a bunch of hearts, a cascade of hearts. Let's have our heart party. Heart to heart party. And yes, Stephanie, we will talk. Who wants to put some hashtag lives and hearts? That would be great. All right. So does anybody have a couple last questions? Because I know, hi Justine, I know you're going to miss me next week, so ask the questions now. Pedro says, I meant, what did you say that made them great and bad? Oh, I don't know, Pedro, I just missed. I don't think I did anything, I just missed. It wasn't on point, and it missed. It wasn't like it was a terrible post, it just nobody was there and nobody commented. They didn't like the post, but it wasn't a bad post. You never know what's going to work. Okay, Samuel says, you can put up a recording of one of your best lives so we don't miss you next. All right, I will do that. Next Saturday, I will repost a live. Great idea, Samuel. And we'll do a Watching Jeanne live party. That's a great idea. Thank you for that. Okay, thanks for that. So does anybody need any help? Any more help? Let me know. And it could be about content. It could be about organic. It could be about getting visible and problems you have. What's holding you back? It could be anything. It could be how to create a product if you have a product, or a course or program you want help with. I can help you right now. Actually, I'm really good at creating those. All right, I will be here for 1 more minute and then I'm going to log off. Alan and Courtenay, we are just wrapping up. Hello. Yes, we should have a weekly challenge. Well, actually, I had a challenge before, and I think in 2 weeks, maybe I'll do another challenge or something, or I might do it in my group. By the way, Gregory, could you please put the link to my Facebook group for everybody? Gregory Landes works with me, and he's on my team. Gregory, if you could put the link to my Facebook group for everybody to see, I would really appreciate that. Angie, how are you? Great. Justine, how are you as well? Alrighty. So how was this, everybody? Was this helpful? What did you like? What would you like me to do a live about in 2 weeks? Also, I'd love to get some ideas. Stephanie says, love that. Would love a challenge. Okay, we'll do another challenge. I'll think on that. I have 2 weeks now to think about that. But if you're in my group, I might just do it in there. I might do a 5-day challenge or something. I'm just trying to think what is valuable. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap this up. Great. You guys, I love hanging out with you. You have a beautiful 4th of July next week, and I'll be posting a live, a replay, might even be this one. Maybe I'll post the content live again. People love that one. All right, so if you want to talk to me, hashtag live, and if you're seeing this on the replay, do hashtag replay, because that will bring more people in to see it. Okay, well, this has been a pleasure. You guys have a great, oh, thanks, Diana. You had breakthroughs in general. Same to you. Thank you. And I love you all. Mwah. No more salads in the head. When you get to the fear, push through. That's my last word. Okay, God bless all of you. Take care. Bye.